Hi everyone, down at the club with Ray Turner, our club treasurer. Thanks for coming down, Ray.
It's a pleasure, Jason.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Now, I hear around the traps, mate, as a golfer you make a pretty good cricketer. So what is it what's the appeal of Wynnum Golf Club and golf in particular for you?
I guess I'm a Wynnum boy. I was born and raised in Wynnum North State School, Wynnum North High School, and lived here all my life except for a few years up the coast when I actually drove down every Saturday to play golf at Wynnum.
Jeez, that's a big effort.
I just love the district. I love the course. I love the people.
Yeah.
It's part of my life. I couldn't see myself playing anywhere else. So.
Yeah. I'm the same. I've only been here 8 or 9 years, but so I'm not a local yet. But I love this course. There's something special about it. Yeah. And look, just quickly too, you're a bean counter like I am.
Yep.
I've got a fairly good idea as to why I took on such a boring occupation. What was yours?
Probably I just love numbers. I enjoyed numbers at school. I love those really complex maths 2 calculus problems and getting out to an answer, and somehow migrated into accounting. So, and it's fun playing with numbers.
It is.
Numbers are as they are, and you actually can learn a lot just from some numbers on a page.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't understand that side of it. But anyway, look, just onto some more serious stuff. So I guess talking about the club and the COVID restrictions, what's been the impact on our revenue?
Our revenue? Yeah, well, if you look at April and May, that's probably when it hit us most. 30th of March was when the JobKeeper and a couple of those big things came in place. So April, May was the big impact to compare. So if you look at last year, we're probably down about 43% on our revenue. And interestingly, when you look at the breakup of that, our member golf is up by about 26%.
Yeah.
But then you look at carts, they're down about 30 or 40%. Green fees, which are visitor fees, virtually 100% down, zero income.
Obviously, because we've kept it for members only.
That's correct, yeah. Gaming's been closed off under the regulations by the state, so that's zero income. We've lost about 87% on bar and kitchen and functions. Mars Kitchen's helped us a little there.
It has,
which is good.
That's been a real success.
What it has done is it's allowed us to access or be eligible for all of the support and subsidy packages from the state, the federal and local governments.
Yeah, and we've been, in amongst that, we've got some exemptions around the course lease. We've got the JobKeeper scheme, which everybody would be familiar with. We've been able to access apprentice subsidies, and we've also got the state government have approved a loan for us. Not that we intend to use it, but it's just there as a safeguard.
That's correct.
Yeah.
If there's ever a second wave hits Queensland like it is in Victoria, and we have to close down for some reason, that cash buffer, it's an interest-free loan, so it's a cash buffer and gives us a bit of a breathing space for sure. We also had the PAYG.
That's right. Yep.
Tax on employees. That's a straight cash bonus to us, which is going to be worth about $97,000 for the year. So.
That's right. Yeah. And so I guess just quickly. One thing that's been interesting through this period is that we've been forced to trade in a radically different way. Yeah. And we've been forced to be more efficient with our resource and so on, while, golf has been the priority through this period. Obviously, it's just trying to get people out there. Things are easing now, which we'll talk about a bit more later. But if we remove all of the subsidies that we've received, what's our operating profit been like?
Well, we probably
forecast,
at the end of May. We haven't got the June ones finalised yet, but at the end of May, we had about a $60,000 profit. But we had $150,000 worth of net subsidies from different levels of government. So without JobKeeper and without
and that's year to date. Sorry,
that's year to date. Sorry, that's to the end of June. End of May.
That's right.
So if we didn't have all of those government subsidies, we wouldn't have been anywhere near where we are. We would have been struggling significantly. So they have been a saviour to us, just like every other organisation. And because it's been such a comprehensive round of packages, we're actually making a profit with the limited trade that we've been doing. It's mainly just the golf that's been keeping us going. But the good thing is that any dollar we make, whether it's from a subsidy or not, it all goes back into the members, into the course, and into the golf club. So.
And with our forecast, when we've run our forecast for year to date, to the end of the financial year, we're going to have a good financial year. But what I'm interested in is for the next few months, if we were to remove the subsidies and kept trading as we are right now, not that that's what's going to ultimately happen, we would still make money.
Yes, we would marginally make money, that's for sure. Because we've had those significant reductions in revenue, we're looking to get those back naturally in next financial year. So if we return to the, say, 18, 19 levels of gaming and green fees for visitors and cart hire and all that sort of thing, and have them come in, they will actually more than replace the subsidies we've been getting. If in fact they come back at a good position. So
that's right.
It's still unknown. I mean, we've done a lot of forecasts, but forecasts it's just numbers on a page until they're realised. So I think we've got a good position to be in. We've actually know a lot more about our costs, and you'd know, being right in the middle of it all, to reduce costs down is really fundamental, and we know what drives the business now, and we can work from there.
And there were things that we suspected prior to this that we'd been talking about at a board level for some time, and that is that, you know, our operating model, having upstairs and downstairs, there was a lot of inefficiencies to that. So the longer term strategic plan is obviously to move things downstairs and have a great member experience downstairs, and then have a model where we switch on cost upstairs when we need to and when we're generating revenue. So, and I guess for the members, you know, something that's really important, this members bar is important to them. There's a lot of history here, there's a lot of legacy. It's not going anywhere. We'll still run members functions and so on. But longer term, we really do need to get cracking on getting stuff set up downstairs.
Absolutely.
And an interim plan as well.
Yeah, and as we found out from the survey, the social aspect of golf, before golf and after golf, is fundamental. It's really, really important.
Yeah, that's right.
We certainly are not going to forget that.
Yeah, so I'm obviously I'll be gradually announcing to members as we bring back member experiences, which will include the members bar, and it will include gaming, and it will include TAB and so on. But, you know, I guess it's important that we get the message out there to the membership that, you know, the financials are important, the future is critical. We are going to move into a very depressed economy after these subsidies cease. And,
That's correct.
We've got to be lean, we have to operate lean.
Yeah, well, the federal government clearly states that we're in a recession now, and it takes a while to get out of a recession, so we don't know the renewal of our membership for next year yet. That's going to come up to us, so that's a big unknown. We can't be too complacent with this at all. I mean, we've got to come back as clean and lean as we can, so that we're ready to face whatever comes up our way.
Absolutely. So I guess the messaging, you know, never waste a crisis, and that's a cliche, I know, but can you talk a little bit about some of the strategic thinking at the board level around what we've learnt and longer term? So I've mentioned downstairs, but, you know, what are your views on what that's actually going to mean financially for the club?
Well, I believe we'll come back stronger. I think there's opportunities there to come back. As I said, there's still unknowns. We need to maintain our membership base. We need to continue on with things such as the gaming. I mean, gaming's been reducing for the last few years, but we still need that 50 or 60,000 a year to go straight back into the coffers. That's net. So there's a fair bit that we still are going to rely on to come back.
Absolutely.
And there is a risk that some of that won't be as good. So we still have to actually consider that. Some of the learnings I think that we've done, and we've looked at the numbers, you and I and others, and the use of the upstairs function area up here. It really is a function room. We shouldn't be in the business of trying to do something and compete with the likes of the Wynnum Leagues Club or even the RSL, etc. We can run functions. If someone wants to run a function here, which is a fantastic function,
it is.
And we can get them in to run, and we'll just be a function room, and we can have someone come in and organise their event for them, etc. We'll make money out of that. It's proven.
Absolutely,
it's absolutely proven. Social golf is, I mean, corporate golf is a very big attractor for us. It's actually very high revenue because we get people out in the course paying a lot of money to play. And
green fees, and that's all margin out there.
Absolutely, and then we get them up into the clubhouse paying top dollar for a function afterwards. So there's some things that we really have to focus on that will drive our revenue.
And also too, I think from a membership perspective, you know, having member functions as well up here, where we do attract the members here, they can enjoy their members bar.
Absolutely.
But you know, just having something downstairs that's simpler to run, a nicer experience, a beer garden, that sort of stuff. You know, they're the things that we're looking at, and of course we'll let the members know what we want to do and get views on that. And so
I think there was anecdotal evidence that a lot of people after golf, a lot of members just finished and put their card in and went home.
Yeah.
I believe that if we have some offering downstairs that's very comfortable, very enjoyable, as well as an offering upstairs, we can have more members stay and enjoy that social bit after golf as well.
Absolutely,
so we need to look at that.
Yeah.
And it's shown that there's a strong possibility that's going to be a winner for us if we can actually take that forward. So, yeah.
All right, Ray. Well, that's probably enough on the numbers, mate. And look, thanks. I guess personal thanks to you for all the support through the COVID period. Look, to the members, Ray has put in a lot of work in behind the scenes through this period, as have the rest of the board. But Ray in particular, there were some pretty critical moments there when
we were scratching, weren't we?
We were, yeah. Things were pretty tough.
Yeah, so. But as it turns out, I think we're going to end up with a good profit at the end of the year, albeit all supported by federal government support.
But it's money in the tin.
But that's what we aim to do. We actually went out and sought everything we could get. We actually found what we're eligible for, and we actually achieved to get those. And it was good. We've got everything we're entitled to. And,
so our balance sheet's going to look pretty good.
It's going to look reasonably strong.
Yeah, that's fantastic news. All right, well, that's it from here, and thanks to Ray.